everyone and welcome along to today's live video. It is Monday. I don't know the date. It's Burns night. 25th? Is it the 25th? Burns night in Scotland. It's the birthday of Robert Burns, which means we say Scottish poetry. Evie was doing her poem this morning, and eat haggis, which has a mixed reception in our house, shall we say. I quite like haggis, especially vegetarian haggis. Kids, not so much. So we'll see how that goes at tea time tonight. But welcome along, everyone. Hi, Michelle. Nice to see you. Baby, nice to see you there. And Charlene. Hi, Hannah. So today we are going to do some live colouring. Oh, hi, Samantha. I get so distracted by going, hi. We're going to do some colouring. The greetings card that we started last week. Oh, the colours look so different. We're going to finish, well, we're not going to, it would be optimistic to say we were going to finish that off. Let's do a little bit more of that today. And I'm going to continue using the Staedtler Ergosoft pencils, just because I think it might look a bit weird with such a small picture to switch between different sets. I've had some messages about the Ergosofts, the 36 set that has my picture on the front, and people asking where you can get them. I think they're all sold out. We only did a very small limited edition with Staedtler years and years ago now. But you still can get a 36 set just without my mug on the front, and to be perfectly honest, maybe it's better. Who knows? But it's the same pencils inside. So don't worry if you can't find the specific limited edition set. There's no difference in the colours. Right, oh hi, let's do some colouring, shall we? Oh, I've got my laptop running today, just so I can keep an eye on us, make sure we don't scoot out of frame. Right, let me flip the camera. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna put the link as well for how to get these. I'll do that in a second. Right, let me just pop you up here, and then I can hopefully do a comment with the link. And oh, come on. Oh no. Pin comment. Just hold down a comment. Pin comment. There we go. Oh, another technological success. I had a call earlier and we were going through a presentation that I myself had put together. Oh, these are the pencils, by the way. And I was just like that. There's no way I can share my screen. So I've just memorised what was in the presentation, and now I will talk through it. It was the most unslick Zoom call of all time. But the minute you start faffing about with stuff like that, I'm like, no, I'm just going to end up doing something ridiculous, like cutting everyone off. Right, and these are our beautiful, I've zoomed in now, but these are our colouring pencils. And we've done this middle bit pink, these outer bits orange. So I'm going to do the tips of the wings. I want to do them in another sort of block of colour. I think I'm going to do them purple. Did we use it? Maybe we used the purple there. Can't quite remember. I should have made a small note. That looks purpley to me. So let's do that for sure. Pink. Quite similar. We'll go with that. Right. Just going to sharpen my pencils. I like a good point. I think I was going to do yellow, but on reflection, I think yellow might be a bit tricky to see on camera. I'm sitting on my chair that sort of wheels about. It's just a matter of time before one of these days I fall off it during a live video. Now, if I remember to not move the card, we will be in frame. Oh, and I've gone over the line twice already. Jeez Louise. So I think the idea for this is I'm going to have just different coloured sections. So this will be the sort of bright pink section, and then down on the lower wings I'm going to do them blues and purples. And I usually hop about and never actually finish a colouring page. I finished a couple during lockdown last year, didn't I? which was highly unusual for me. But we're definitely going to finish this butterfly because I think it's looking really pretty. Just check we're all, watch the live video, make sure I'm on mute. Oh yeah, look at that pinned comment. Brucey bonus. So yeah, it couldn't work out how to share my screen during the marketing, well, it was like a marketing call. I genuinely had considered printing out the presentation and just holding it up page by page like a really old school lecture because I just, if you want to share your screen or do anything fancy like that, I just think the more processes you have, the more chance you've got of disconnecting everyone. So remember, when you're doing anything symmetrical, whether it's a butterfly, what else do you do that's symmetrical? A beetle bug thing, a sort of decorative motif. I do a lot, excuse me, that are like sort of quite baroque flourishes, crests, that's the word that I was looking for. I think it's a good idea to do all the bits in the same colour on one side and then do the same on the other side. So keep flipping and flopping to and fro, and that way you sort of maintain a bit of stability and uniformness in the colouring. Because guaranteed, if you did all this side and then try to do this side, A, you'd have forgotten which pencils that you've used for all the different sections, and B, little microscopic things will have changed, like the quality of the light, how much coffee you've had to drink, whether you're blissed out or a bit fraught, and that'll have an effect on how hard you're pushing and therefore the final result of the colouring. So these Ergosoft pencils I think are fantastic for quite small details like this because you can sharpen to a good firm point, but also for the bigger bits where you're looking to blend. There we go. Oh, my nose is doing that thing where it just tickles whilst I'm doing a live video. Evie thinks I'm allergic to something in the studio, which is really possible, but the fact that it doesn't do this until I'm sat here, I just don't know. Actually, Evie's got a lot to answer for when it comes to my nose, so to speak. This weekend we're at the park. She wants to do the monkey bars. I was like, oh, okay. She was like, could you come and like help because I'm scared that I fall. It's like, all right. So I'm holding on to her legs. I was like, okay, just go one at a time and I'll kind of hold you up. And it is like a total feat of upper body strength because like she's obviously quite big now. She's almost 7. She'll be 7 in June. She's above my head. And she goes, no, don't hold on to me, just be there in case I fall. So I said, okay, and then didn't let go of her. And she immediately let go of the bars and just fell on me with her welly boots on, kicked me in the face. I was like, brilliant. And obviously I had a bleeding nose. But I was just like, oh my word, that was a very bad communication on our part. Like, were you holding on? Were you not holding on? Should I have been catching you? But don't worry, people, she landed right on me, so the child was fine, and I just took an absolute hammering, as always happens. So that was our eventful weekend. We carried on playing, it was fine. Just a welly boot to the face, it was dramatic. I know you can't really see when you're when my hand's like that, but I just literally can't work out how else to do it. I could try and do it like that, but it just doesn't feel very natural. well, someone's saying it could be the angle your head's at when you're colouring. Yeah, but when I'm drawing, my head's down like this the whole time that I'm drawing, and I was drawing all morning. Well, not all morning, that's a total lie. I was doing home learning all morning, but when I got in, I've done a few hours of drawing in the studio. I wonder if I've cleaned this desk with something. I usually just use the Method surface cleaner, but I wonder if we've used something different. Oh, is that annoying you? There you go. I can remember phoning up the Apple store. Well, not the Apple store, but you know, like if you can't, like we don't live in the city, and it's such a faff for us to go into the Apple shop. So quite often, if there's something broken, which is frequently because I'm rubbish with technology, I'll just phone up the sort of phone Apple support. And I remember thinking that I had a dead pixel. It's like I've got this black mark on my monitor and it won't go away. I think it's a dead pixel, and I do illustration and artwork. It's really, really annoying me, and just wondered if there was any way of fixing it or what to do. Anyway, transpired it was just a big bit of black ink on my monitor. But it was that way where during the call, and like, I think it was an Irish person that I was speaking to, and we were going through all these like troubleshooting things, you know, when they go, now try this and try that, now put this in, and like blah 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 blah. And then it was at that point that I realised that it was just a bit of black ink. I must have been splattering ink or doing something. Anyway, I just sort of cleaned it off, and I was like, wonder, do I admit it or do I just hang up? Or do I go, oh, actually, it's just solved, but then I'd feel really stupid. But I didn't want to just hang up, because even though I didn't know the person, it just felt a bit rude. So I just says, oh, it seems to have been working. I don't know if maybe just going in and like messing about with those settings has really helped, but thank you so much. And I ended the call. So yeah, it's not a dead pixel. It's just a bit of muck on your screen. I don't even know what you do if you get a dead pixel like that, or if a dead pixel's even a thing. I might have just made that up. You maybe can't quickly fix it. Well, look, I've forgotten to do this, but I wasn't taking my own advice there. So I'll do this section, and then we'll move to the, that was awful, I was about to say, I can't be bothered doing that. I've got more to do there, but it's such a faff. I'll maybe get onto the more exciting bits so that you can just see some other colours and not just all the pinky purple bits, because then we can come back and finish off these bits. I will just do this little bit here though. Right, so that's our pinky purple bit. Oh yeah, the Ergosofts are triangular shapes. Somebody's just asked. Let me see if I can work out how to show you. Oh no. So can you see? Kind of. I can't get that far enough away, but yeah, they are. So they're nice and easy to hold. Ergo, like as in ergonomic. Ta-ding! I want to do it one bit blue and one bit purple, so we'll go with these shades of purple. My hands, actually all my skin just feels so parched just now. I think it's just that utter freezing cold outside, and then you come into central heating, plus on my hands at least, I mean my face feels really dry as well, but the constant hand washing and sanitizer, which we obviously do need to do, but it's not great for our skin, is it? Sarah Jane says, I love how your colouring is amazing, but you're not fussed if you accidentally go out of the lines. No, not fussed in the slightest. You know how like some people are like, yeah, I'm not really bothered, but you know that they are. No, I'm not. I just think it's meant to look like that. Who cares? Who really cares if you go over the lines? Even when I was little, I used to go over the lines, and I remember my dad saw me once colouring in and going over the lines, and he's like that, oh yeah, it's a bit messy. But I mean, it still looked great, it just wasn't contained. But I think maybe that's a metaphor, isn't it? He also caught me, I remember I was colouring in and I'd gone over the line, but quite a lot, probably like yapping or something to my sister. So I just, say I was colouring in this bit and I went massively over the line, I just drew in a new outline and filled that bit in. And my dad was looking over my shoulder. He really should have had more dad things to do. But he says, you're just cheating. I just saw you cheat. And it just blew my mind. It's like, how can you cheat at colouring? It's just the way it is, isn't it? You can't cheat at a thing that's not cheatable. So my genuine theory is you just do what you like, what makes you happy. And we're human beings. We're not clicking and filling like on an app. So yeah, don't matter if you go over the lines. I do it all the time. Now, with all these sort of butterfly wing bits, I'm tending to press quite hard near the centre of the butterfly, up near its body, and then easing off on the pressure towards the outer edge of the wings to make it appear darker in the middle, and then sort of fading out to lighter. These purples are very similar. It might be better to do a different kind of, well, no, let's keep, I might do a different purple for the line work. Cannot wait for the clocks to change, and then we can hopefully ditch the artificial lights and use just proper daylight for doing these tutorials, because the colours just look so much better. Remember all the lives that we did last lockdown in like March, April, May time last year? The colours were just so much more vivid. It's just nicer, isn't it, doing things with natural light. So what I think I'm going to do is do these lower bits in a different colour again. Oh, I do this bit. I'm not sure, I'll come back to that. I'm going to do a different kind of purple for the, maybe I won't do purple, maybe I'll do blue. Maybe we'll do pink. I'm going to come back to those little white outlines that we've got. I wanted to do the blue section because I want to make it quite, maybe we need a bit more difference in our blues. There we go. So I'm going to do the next section, light blue and dark blue. These are quite similar shades of purple, and I think it looks better when there's a bit more difference to them. Bonnie says, is Bev here today? I don't know, I haven't seen her, probably. She'll let us know when she gets here. Just nudge that up a little bit. Oh look, someone's found the Ergosoft. It's brilliant, well done. Is it Nahid? Is that how you say your name? Sorry. That's the exact pencils. Ergosoft, Staedtler Ergosofts. I'm using a 36 set. If you can't find the 36, the 24 is superb. Plenty of good colours in there. don't need to worry about not getting the 36. You're not missing out on anything. You're just streamlining your decision making. You don't need to stress about which shade of green to use, because there's just not as many choices to have to make. So I actually really like a smaller set of pencils. I wonder if we could use a gel pen to do all our all these lines. I don't often use gel pens in colouring, because in the colouring books, because of the kind of pressure that I use, hand pressure, it goes through for me. The ink just goes straight through. But with this greeting card, obviously there's nothing on the back, so we would have that option. Just whether would you use gold or silver. I feel a metallic would be our best bet. I might see if I can have a poodle about and find something for next time. And for anyone wondering that hasn't seen my earlier videos, these are the new colouring greetings cards that we've got. It's a bit like Moonpig. I don't know if you've got Moonpig in the US. I should find out these things. I hate it when I make references that are like, you're just not specific for loads and loads of you. But Moonpig, so like you go online, you find the card that you like, you pop in your message, and then we send it directly, well not we, the company that I've partnered with, send it directly to the recipient, and when they open it, it doesn't come in an envelope, it's called a sealed card. There are 2 colouring pictures that they can then colour. So you're not only sending somebody a lovely greetings card and obviously a message and saying, like, thinking of you, or I really miss you, or sorry I can't be with you on your birthday, but you're also giving them the gift of colouring. I'll give you a quick peek at one in its entirety once we're finished this. I might, I'm just going to darken this bit in again. Let's make this bit a bit darker, I think. And then, see, this blue does actually go all the way around here, and I don't really want to do that. So I'm just going to leave that for now and have a little think about it. Just don't want to do it all the way around there just yet. Going to mess up my metallic plan with my gel pens. We'll do this bit here. Yeah, see people speaking about the Norris pencils. The Norris pencils are a little bit harder, less easy to blend. Well, I find them less easy to blend because they're a bit harder. Cheaper though. I think they're the ones with the black and coloured barrels, not triangular but hexagonal. Kind of look like pencils that you would have got at school. I do find them a little bit trickier to use. And if I was going to pick a Staedtler pencil, I would pick an Ergosoft over the Norris. But they're still a good pencil. It's just what you like, really. If you want to do quite fine details, or if you're getting pencils for little kids and you don't want to spend a fortune on pencils, and a Staedtler Norris is perfectly good, really nice. I might do this little blue up in here. Oh no, I'm not sure about that. I'm going to go over it. I'm going to blend a bit of purple into that, I think. Let me find, here's a good purple to use. This is like a bluey purple. should join it up a bit more. Or is it an indigo? I'm not sure. It just connects that a bit more, I think. Right, where are we looking? Excuse me. Oh, Simone says, what about Caran d'Ache pencils? Caran d'Ache pencils are very, very expensive. I think they are the most expensive pencils that you can get. And they are archival, which I think that's what you say. They're archive quality, so the colour won't fade for ages and ages and ages. I think like they've got a specific number. Emily Laughlin is really knowledgeable about all these kind of things. But basically, if you're a professional artist making artwork that you're then going to sell that involves coloured pencil, and you're selling your paintings or your drawings, whatever, for tens of thousands of pounds, if you use like a normal regular colouring pencil like we use, and then after say 5 years of being on display, that picture fades and disappears and pigment just sort of starts to go, you're gonna sort of lose your reputation in the art world. So Caran d'Ache pencils are for professional artists. They basically are just gonna stand up to the test of time a bit longer. They're lovely to use. They've got cheaper collections and like more expensive ones. For me, they're super soft, really nice to blend. I just can't justify the price. And I found I was nervous using them because I was thinking, wow, that's every little bit, like that's $20 worth of colouring pencil. Do you know what I mean? Like it kind of jarred with me, and it kind of ruined some of the joy of colouring because I was just feeling guilty about how much of a pencil, like you would never use a Caran d'Ache for a great big area because you would be like, wow, I'm just going to blow through an entire pencil. And I could have bought, you know, a new set with that amount or a new book, and I'm greedy and I would rather get more things, more nice things of a good quality than one thing of an excellent quality that you're a bit limited in using. So that's my thought. Lovely to use, just quite inaccessible, I guess. Having said that, if you had a friend who was a colourist and it was like a really special birthday, like their, I don't know, 40th birthday, or you know, maybe it was like a really special anniversary or something, if you were to give them a set of Caran d'Ache pencils, I think that would be really sweet. Like, it's a big gift. Oh, right, I'm going to stop there because that's, let me just try and see my, oh, another bit. That looks tiny for me, and then I see it on the screen, I'm like, oh, that's really massive. There we go. It's pretty, isn't it? It's coming along nicely. I think this edge, but maybe we bring a bit of the pink and orange into here and a bit of blue into these bits. I'm not sure about the middle yet. I don't think there's going to be any greens in this, but we'll keep it all sort of pinks and purples. But it's looking all right, looking quite nice. Okay, let me flip my camera and say cheerio. Oh, it's just the runny nose. Hi. I'm holding on to this until I get sat down in case it falls forward. Literally balance that on my ring light. Ah, right. Thanks for your nice comments. So glad that you like it. Hi, Pamela. Oh, somebody says, Maria Isabel, what? Oh, I just saw a thing about blending pen. I'm gonna let me show you how to use a blending pen in a different colouring video. I do like a blending pen. I think it's a Derwent one that I like. It's a black, it looks like a felt tip pen, but it's actually full of colourless blending solution. If you're gonna blend with blending solution, the blending pen is the way to go. For me, this detail is too small. Like, it would just blow your mind to try and use it on that, so don't. It would be my top tip. anyone who wants to see how the cards work again, so your card comes through the post like this. Your address is here. You turn it over, and then there's a piece here that you tear, and it opens up to form this. And then your card is in here, so basically you can tear this bit off, and then you have one colouring picture, and then this is the other colouring picture, and here's the space for your message. So when this is finished, it can either be displayed like on your window ledge or framed, and the same with this one. The only extra thing you need to do is just trim off this extra little flap. It's like, what is this? Is it a margin? No, flap. Right, thank you very much for joining me along. It's been really nice to see everyone. Janet says, can they be sent to Europe? Yes, they can. They definitely can be sent to Europe. We've got worldwide shipping. Do you know what? I got something delivered to the house the other day, and the poor courier was like that. Oh, there's customs to pay on it. I was like, what? It's not coming from like America. Brexit. Totally forgot. So that's a nice treat for us all in the UK now. Great decision, everyone. We now have to, if we buy anything from France or Copenhagen, I'm not sure what's going to happen when we come to shipping. I don't know if it works the other way as well. Like when I ship my books to the colourists and the influencers and the bloggers and the YouTubers that aren't in the UK, I don't know if it's going to be a complete nightmare. Anyway, we'll work it out. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Take care, be well, do a bit of colouring. We'll do some drawing tomorrow. I'm not sure what specifically we'll do. I'll make something up. Oh, someone's saying you might get it back now because of Brexit. I don't know. Oh, American customs. Oh, I don't know. Do you know what? It's just one of those extra things like that. I do not have the brain capacity to work that out. I have to go and help Evie work out millilitres and litres. We're doing volume just now. And when life gives you lemons, one of that kind of situation, we've got a leak in our roof, remember I told you? And we've got all the buckets down to catch all the rainwater. And she was learning about measuring stuff in measuring jugs and millilitres and litres, pints and quarts, whatever, for you in the US. So we measured all the water in all the different buckets in the measuring jug, and then added up all the different amounts, so we could find that in 24 hours we had just over 3 litres of water come through that specific hole in the roof. Epic joy. Right, thanks so much for joining, everyone. Oh, I can already see that my phone is doing something weird. It might take me longer than normal to end this video, if at all. All right, hopefully see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm not going to manage to. What's